Hey everybody, here are the 5 tips for delivering with DoorDash. Number 1, the setup. Make sure you set your car up with everything you're gonna need to start delivering. And that includes getting yourself something to drink, making sure you have something to store everything in when you're delivering, and making sure that nothing can spill when you're delivering it. Number 2, choose the offer. You wanna create a list of miles, starting with miles 2 all the way up to 10 is a great way to start. And for every mile that you list on your sheet, you want to create the dollar amount that you're willing to accept for those numbers of miles. So let's suppose you want $2 for every mile. So at 2 miles, you are going to be accepting a minimum of $4. 2 times 2 is 4. So on and so forth. So all the way up to 10. So at 10 miles, you won't accept anything less than $20 for a 10-mile trip. Doing this strategy probably works the best for most people because you're going to get at least $1 per mile. Number 3, the pickup. So when you're picking up the order and you go into the restaurant, just find an employee or find the location where there's signage where it says to pick up. And they just tell them, for example, if the person's name is Sally, say, "Hi, DoorDash, picking up for Sally." And then they'll hand you the order, and you will then just hit confirm on the app that you picked it up. Now, sometimes the employee at the restaurant will tell you to confirm the order. So you'll just show them the app and press the button, and that will start the delivery. Now, if an order is taking too long and you've been sitting and waiting or standing and waiting at the restaurant for a very long time, then unassign yourself from the order. And so you'll see that in the app. If you hit the question mark on the app, there'll be a section for unassigning the order. I think currently right now it just says I have an issue, and it's not a store related issue. Those are like 2 icons that come up. And so you just say, I have an issue, and they say the order is taking too long, and you go through the menus, and you finally get to the point where you just say, I want to be unassigned. Number 4, the drop-off. If you're on your way to the drop-off, be sure to check the instructions for the drop-off. Sometimes the person will have a leave it at the door, meet me at the door. And once you get to the drop-off, you want to make sure that you're thinking ahead as far as what are the complications you could encounter when you are doing the drop-off. Sometimes there's going to be a gate and you may not have a gate code. And if you've been there before, try to somehow contact the customer through the messaging or through a phone call and find out if they can provide a gate code for the gate. But if you've never been there and you arrive at a gate, well, then you're just stuck at the gate, and then you're going to have to contact them and try to get a gate code or some way to get them to open the gate. Now, if they can open the gate, go ahead and follow somebody in, because you do what you got to do to get this job done. And number 5, go home or park. If you decide that you want to head on home, just make sure that wherever your house is, that it's nearby restaurants, because if it's not, you're not going to get very many offers. So if you do not live near a lot of restaurants, your best bet is to drive near a lot of restaurants that you know get offers and park and wait. And that is probably the most painful thing to do, because you got to figure out, well, what am I going to do with my time as I sit there? Because sometimes it could be 5 minutes or it could be an hour. So you've got to find ways to occupy your time if you want to do that strategy. You could also move to different locations. You could spend 5 minutes in one spot and then move on to another spot. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you again on the next one.